Oh my God. I'm outraged. Absolutely beside myself with anger at how Thames Valley Police can be so full of misandry. That's Misandry, not missionary. Thames Valley Police Operation Project Vigilant is, or rather was, aimed at men who displayed predatory behaviour in the nighttime economy. Basically any man who chats to a woman. Figures released show that Thames Valley Police during July 2021 through to the beginning of October 2021, 201 men were stopped by police officers patrolling the streets. Since the start of Project Vigilant, Thames Valley Police have managed to get their trotters on some of the funding that the government are dishing out to police and councils under their Safety of Women at Night Fund, in order to recruit a dedicated sergeant to coordinate the project. Apparently, the fund has also been used to train 95 police constables across the force in behavioural detection, seeing as they're so shit at crime detection. The force says that 1 in 5 of the men stopped had what they call a history of prior links to offending related to violence against women or girls. But one thing to remember is this could be something as simple as an argument where a neighbour has called the police, or an argument in the street that's been witnessed by police. It certainly doesn't mean that every one of those people have got form for beating their missus. The force says positive interactions with officers conducting Project Vigilant patrols has resulted in women having the confidence to report crime to them, leading to arrest. This includes sexual offending and crime linked to domestic abuse. 27 men were stopped for harassment, stalking and unwanted behaviour towards women, and 37 men were stopped loitering near to places where police know predatory behaviour and sexual offending occurs. What, really? You mean not police stations? That's where predatory behaviour and sexual offending seems to occur. What they mean is anywhere and everywhere they think they can get an easy collar. Doesn't say anything about those 27 people or so being arrested, just that they were stopped. Doesn't mean that they were guilty of anything. Maybe somebody was following their girlfriend home after an argument in a nightclub for looking at some other bird. Who knows? But it certainly doesn't say that these people were arrested. It just says that they were stopped. And I know that some blokes have a hard time understanding the word no when they've had a drink and you're trying to chat some girl up. But these operations targeting men, I think, is a very dangerous thing. It's almost like the public are being conditioned to either hate or stay away from men. But what you've got to understand is this is mainly due to police hiring psychopathic nutcases, giving them warrant cards and guns. If the police stopped recruiting psychotics and actually started using psychiatrists and psychologists to assess these people in the job, maybe we wouldn't be in this situation right now. Detective Chief Inspector James Senior said, since the reopening of the late night economy in July last year, officers working on Project Vigilant have stopped over 200 people that have been displaying predatory or inappropriate behaviour. Based on their definition. Doesn't necessarily mean that they were. I hope that this sends a clear message to potential offenders and this behaviour is not tolerated, and we want to make the Thames Valley a hostile place for those that may be thinking of committing an offence, unless of course you're wearing a uniform. The operation aims to build public confidence, particularly in women being able to make reports to us, and we have had instances across the force where women have approached officers after they have intervened to report domestic abuse and sexual offending. This has led to violence against women and girls arrests relating to incidents they may never have reported. Project Vigilant is just one of the ways in which we are committed to tackling violence against women and girls, and we will continue to do this through joint work with our partners. So in other words, guys, you can no longer go for a night out and meet a woman. I mean, the fear of being branded a predator by police is enough to put anybody off getting into a fucking relationship these days. No longer can you go out and enjoy yourself. No longer can you go out and meet a nice woman and chat her up. Or vice versa, a woman chat a bloke up without fear of arrest. I read an article a while back about a man who was looking at a woman on a train. He was looking at her on a train, okay? So I believe she was kind of a couple of seats behind him on the other side of the train, and he kept looking round at her. She texted British Transport Police. This man was arrested for looking at her a little too often. Now, yes, he could have been a bit of a nutcase, but we don't know that. We cannot assume that everybody is a danger to us. Otherwise, we're going to be scared to leave our fucking houses, people. It may seem like a good idea now, after the Wayne Couzens and the David Carrick incidents, but once you realise that all of this has been put in place to take your attention off of Wayne Couzens and David Carrick and the police themselves for having these kind of people, then what will you do? No man's going to want to talk to you for fear of being branded a sex pest. No man will want to talk to you for fear of getting a knockback and you going and telling the police. We all need to be cautious on our nights out. Absolutely. Totally agree with that. But let's have a little common sense here. You know, don't drink too much. Stay in groups. Don't go off on your own. But have a good time. The deflection of blame from the government and the police onto men is going to lead to a very dangerous situation for men and a very shit night out for lots of women. Big thank you to channel supporters, especially these guys. Your support is truly appreciated. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, as I know many of you will. And until next time, stay safe, look after each other, film the police and other officials.